For 2 centuries, a particular narrative has been presented to you. It's a tidy, sequential account, starting with primate ancestors, moving through early human forms, and concluding with your current existence. This cinematic portrayal is known as human evolution. But consider for a moment if this whole production were a fabrication, a meticulously crafted story that intentionally omitted the initial sections of the drama. What if the gaps in our historical understanding aren't merely ancient remains hidden in the ground, but complete human societies wiped from the Earth's memory? During his most profound trance states, Edgar Cayce didn't solely perceive what was yet to come. Instead, he tapped into the planet's forgotten archives. Within these records, he uncovered the complete, unedited narrative of humanity's beginnings. This is a tale that predates the story of Adam. It commences with 3 distinct human lineages. These races possessed an incredible might and had origins not wholly terrestrial. Tonight, our purpose is not to dispute that established film. We are here to unveil the authentic, extended director's cut. We are about to unveil the insights contained within the unsealed Starseed archives, pinpointing 3 ancient human lineages that walked this earth long before our time, and disclosing the deeper, spiritual reason for their collective memory fading away. The very narrative of your existence is poised for a profound re-evaluation. It is essential for you to recognize which distinct chapter of this grand story resonates with your own being. To truly comprehend who we are in the present, we must first confront and understand what has been deliberately obscured from our collective consciousness. The mainstream scientific account of human history, as it stands, exhibits a considerable and evident blind spot. We find ourselves with monumental ancient constructions that defy current explanation, unexpected and rapid advancements within human genetics that puzzle researchers, and pervasive global myths featuring celestial beings, which we commonly dismiss as mere fanciful tales. This situation, as was revealed to Edgar Cayce, is not indicative of a failing within the scientific method itself. Instead, it is the direct outcome of a great planetary amnesia, a comprehensive memory wipe that took place in the wake of a series of monumental global cataclysms. The records from Ausic further clarify that the journey of humanity on Earth is not a single, unbroken progression, but rather a sequence of devastating reboots. Following every major reinitialization, the remnants of humanity reverted to a basic existence, their recollections of earlier worlds fading, preserved solely within ancient tales and sacred scriptures. The accepted narrative of Adam isn't humanity's origin story. Rather, it represents the dawn of our current cycle, our present root race, which the Cayce readings name the 5th. This insight immediately prompts an inquiry. What then of the preceding 4? The higher consciousness communicated with clarity. We represent the 5th version within an expansive cosmic endeavor. The initial 3 races were not what we would deem fully human. They served as the original starseeds, the blueprint, the very prototypes. Comprehending these earlier forms holds the key to unlocking the inherent capabilities and concealed hazards embedded deep within our genetic code. Unlocking the starseed heritage hinges on a core concept from the Cayce material: Earth as a laboratory. The higher consciousness frequently portrayed our solar system, and Earth especially, as a distinct dimensional zone created with a singular aim: for spiritual entities to encounter and become proficient in the material domain. It functions as an academy, a place for trials. One particular insight elaborated on the foundational procedure. Originally, spirits existed as manifestations of thought, composed entirely of pure energy. While capable of journeying through the cosmos, these entities eventually found themselves ensnared within the diminished frequencies of the physical planes, becoming intertwined with the delights and substantiality of physical existence. Our planet was brought into being as a means for their emancipation. Consequently, the human body was not merely an accidental biological occurrence. Instead, it represented a divinely crafted biological vessel, intended to contain these ensnared spirits and enable them to resolve their spiritual challenges. However, its blueprint did not achieve perfection immediately. Rather, it unfolded through an evolving progression, with diverse templates or lineages gradually introduced across immense spans of history. Every distinct lineage represented a unique approach to accommodating a soul of multiple dimensions within a physical form. The initial three prototypes were notably the most unconventional, the most potent, and simultaneously the most volatile. These are known as the vanished Starseed lineages. This conclusion arises from numerous historical accounts and readings, which collectively depict a long-lost era. The primary lineage, referred to as the Polarian race, consisted of beings crafted from pure thought. According to the Cayce archives, humanity's earliest iteration possessed no physical substance whatsoever. They existed as transcendent, vapor-like entities, mere emanations of consciousness, capable of altering their appearance and structure effortlessly. These historical records identify them as the Polarians, present during a period when Earth itself was still undergoing its formation and cooling process. One ancient narrative clarified, their initial manifestations were pure ideations, capable of projecting themselves into any configuration they desired. While they were the primordial architects, they struggled with a lack of definitive concentration. Their existence was akin to ethereal visions drifting across the surface of the deep. Their eventual transformation involved a progressive increase in density. Their captivation with the physical realm grew so intense that their very consciousness began to harden, binding them to increasingly dense vibrations until they lost the ability to shift their forms. Thus, they became the inaugural souls to be truly bound to the terrestrial dimension. Then came the second lineage, the Hyperorean beings, known as the luminous ones. This second civilization, the Hyperoreans, represented a developmental progression. They retained an ethereal quality, yet possessed a more distinct shape, characterized as pure, shimmering golden white light. Their existence unfolded on a northern polar landmass during a time when Earth's climatic conditions were profoundly different. According to ancient records, this second race was predominantly composed of light. Their method of procreation differed entirely from that of present-day creatures. They brought forth new life by emanating fragments of their own brilliant essence. They served as profound healers and guardians of the planet's vibrational harmony. Their eventual decline was rooted in the transgression of spiritual arrogance. They started to perceive themselves as divine entities, distinct from the prime creator. They commenced experimenting with their inherent capacity to manipulate life forms, a venture that introduced the planet's first karmic imbalances. This gradual spiritual deterioration led their luminous forms to dim and grow more substantial. The third race, known as the Lemurian lineage, ushered in the first true physicality. Among the vanished races, this third lineage, the Lemurians, is the most celebrated. This represented the initial, genuine physical human form, though it differed vastly from our own. Ancient records describe them as colossal in stature, androgynous, and possessing a powerful third eye that enabled direct telepathic communication and an inherent understanding of nature's laws. The superconscious revealed the Lemurians were profoundly connected with the land. They communicated with animals and plants. They commanded the elements not through technology, but through the strength of their consciousness, their focused intention. They were the magnificent builders, the original shamans. Their civilization flourished upon a vast Pacific continent known as Moon. Their decline unfolded gradually, a sorrowful journey. With the steady descent of the planetary vibrations, the Lemurian people started to differentiate into two distinct genders. A novel interplay of longing and division emerged from this, drawing their collective awareness deeper into the realm of individual ego. Their third eye, once vibrant, commenced a slow fading. A gradual severance from their innate bond with the natural world began to take hold. The ultimate cataclysm, which saw their vast continent disappear beneath the waves, was simply the outer expression of this profound internal spiritual rift. These were the three forgotten lineages, the forms of pure thought, the luminous beings, and the inaugural physical embodiments. They stand as our distant, unremembered forebears. These were the initial starseeds, their triumphs and trials imprinted as a karmic blueprint within the very fabric of our genetic code. Their removal from the annals of our shared past was not a chance occurrence. Rather, it served as an essential component of a grand cosmic reset. The superconscious revealed that the undertakings of the first three races, notably the Hyperoreans' spiritual arrogance and the Lemurians' transition into disunity, had brought about vast karmic imbalances within the planet's energetic structure. For the journey of soul progression to proceed, a fundamental recalibration was deemed essential. The succeeding generation, the Atlanteans, comprising the fourth lineage, represented a fresh template, a renewed endeavor to achieve ideal equilibrium between the spiritual and material realms. Our present civilization, the fifth lineage, carries forward the legacy of all these prior endeavors. The collective memory was intentionally removed for a pair of significant purposes. Firstly, to provide our existing lineage with a clear beginning, an opportunity to grasp the principles of free choice, unburdened by the vast capabilities and devastating missteps of those who came before us. Secondly, and of paramount importance, lies the principle of karmic reverberation. Information indicates that if our present civilization were to uncover and misuse the abilities of these ancient peoples before gaining the spiritual wisdom to manage them, we might ignite the very cataclysmic design that brought their downfall. Our contemporary fixation on artificial intelligence, virtual realities, conscious projections, transhumanism, interactions with luminous beings, and genetic manipulation of biological forms forms a chilling echo of the precise paths that led to the collapse of the initial three races. This widespread forgetfulness, then, serves as a planetary quarantine, a critical safety measure. However, as the profound awakening quickens, that protective barrier is dissolving. The erased records are being recuperated. We are starting to recall. Therefore, the Starseed Dossier is now unveiled. You now understand your history is far more profound and cosmically vast than you were ever informed. What will you make of this profound knowledge? This is not a mere history chronicle. It is an activation catalyst. The essence of these three lineages isn't merely a relic of the past. Instead, it lies latent deep within your being. Your very DNA functions as a vibrant archive, holding the genetic blueprint of every civilization that preceded you. This present era marks a significant moment for genetic reawakening. The influx of cosmic energies is initiating a reset for these sleeping genetic instructions. The superconscious mind has graciously offered a three-stage guideline for intentionally engaging with this unfolding transformation. The first guideline instructs us to recognize the Polarian presence, the original architect. Understand that your thoughts are far from arbitrary occurrences. In truth, they are powerful creative forces. The Polarian essence residing within you embodies the profound capacity for pure manifestation. Your purpose is to transition from simply envisioning to becoming a deliberate and concentrated creator. This is accomplished through the mastery of your inner mental landscape. Practices such as meditation, clear visualization, and intentional thinking serve as your essential instruments. It is vital to cultivate the ability to construct using your thoughts, rather than merely allowing yourself to drift aimlessly within them. The second guideline calls upon you to acknowledge the Hyperorean spirit, the inherent restorer. Come to understand that your very essence is composed of light and vibrational energy. The Hyperorean energy within you is the power of healing for yourself and for others. Your mission is to purify your vessel. This means cleansing your body, your emotions, and your energy field. A clean diet, emotional release work, and spending time in nature are the tools. You must become a clear channel for light, not a dense container for trauma. Protocol number 3. Acknowledge the Lemurian, the shaman. Recognize your innate intuitive connection to the earth and all living things. The Lemurian energy within you is your psychic shamanic power. Your mission is to reawaken your third eye, your intuition. You do this by spending time in silence, by listening to the whispers of your heart, by trusting your gut feelings over the noise of the external world. You must remember how to speak the language of vibration, not just the language of words. This 3-part protocol is your personal roadmap for evolution. This journey involves intentionally embracing the inherent strengths of your ancient cosmic heritage. While it's understandable to feel a sense of magnitude upon encountering these concepts, know that your connection is not accidental. Should these ideas deeply resonate within you, it is simply because they speak directly to your own truth. You embody a spirit that most likely carries a profound ancestral echo from one of these ancient lineages. Indeed, you are a starseed, an old soul. Your presence at this pivotal moment serves as a living genetic bridge, positioning you among the pioneers who will gently awaken these slumbering codes and establish a refreshed, integrated human blueprint for future generations. That persistent sense of not entirely belonging within this world is, in fact, not a vulnerability. Rather, it is an insightful indicator, a subtle whisper that you recall another way of existence Your true calling is not to depart from this world, but instead to lovingly reshape it through your own profound inner transformation. You stand as living proof that our collective story extends far beyond what conventional histories describe. You are, in essence, the unveiled record. Your initial, gentle step is simply to acknowledge your true origins and embrace the unique purpose that awaits you. Here below, a gentle gathering point awaits the Starseed ground crew. Please name the ancient energy that resonates most deeply within you. Commence your message with the phrase that signifies your conscious participation in this grand remembering. Blueprint activated. Then express your unique resonance. For instance, blueprint activated. I feel the gentle call of Lemuria. Or, blueprint activated. A Hyperorean healing energy stirs deeply. Or simply, blueprint activated. I am here to remember. Let us uncover the other members of the lost tribes. This profound undertaking softly unfolds now.